I'm driving home. I tried to do a video driving home the other day, and I ended up having to get a different phone because my phone quit charging. So I have a different phone, but it's really the same. Yeah, I didn't go for all the fancy phones. But anyway, I just want to say hi and kind of update you on my life, I suppose, this journey that I'm on. And I drive an hour to work and an hour home. And so that's a lot of time. It's a lot of time to think. And I thought, I wonder if I could make like drive chats while I'm driving and be safe with it as well. So, really it all has to do with the type of mount you have for your phone. And also, I don't know how this is going to pick up volume because you have the sound of the car and I don't have my mic. So I may have to reshoot this again with a mic. So we'll see how the sound is. I know for me, if some YouTube videos that I watch are not loud enough, if I watch it on my TV, I can turn it up and I can hear it just fine. Because when you first start out doing this, you don't always have all the stuff, and it's expensive just to go out and buy everything just because you want to do a video for YouTube. So anyway, I have a different phone. I think it's an 8. When I had a 7, I use iPhone. So anyway, so I went to, is it O'Reilly's on the way home? I passed one. Well, I actually was going to Bargain Hunt, and there's an O'Reilly's right there, and I thought, well, let me see if they have car mounts. It's not the one I was looking at on Amazon, but I thought I'll try it out. But I don't even know that it's stuck very well because it already tried to fall. And it really won't hold my phone up. It kind of fell down to the dash, and the dash caught the contraption that holds my phone. And so that's just how it's resting right now. So we'll see. I go through some windy roads, and we'll see if it holds up. There's a lot, it's pretty busy. It's Friday, everybody's going home and so forth. So I think it's been 3 weeks since I went camping. 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know. It just seems so long ago. First of all, I can't even believe it's over with and done. I've already been out on a little trip and it's done. And so now I think, well, what about my next trip? When is that going to happen? And it looks like that's not going to happen until November, as long as it doesn't get too cold. Right now it's really hot in Tennessee, unusually hot. And so, as far as unusually, it shouldn't be this hot right now, is what that means. So, and we haven't had any rain. So my biggest fear is that I'll pick, okay, I'm going to go the first weekend in November, make reservations, and pick a place about an hour from my job so I can just take off right after work and watch it be rainy and cold. So, anyway, I am planning in March to go up to where my oldest son lives in Missouri, and I'm going to camp find a state park near where he lives and stay for maybe not a whole week, but I'm going to stay for a while. And for that visit, I know I will probably put a tent up just so I have more room to move around and things. And so I already have a tent, though I'm not sure how rainproof and stuff like that it is. It wasn't an expensive tent. It was like $50. So you and I both know that's not a quality tent. But it would probably be good enough for me to see if I can stay in it for a week or two, which I'm sure that would be possible. And if it did get bad, if the weather got bad, I could always move my bed in the van. So, I do have that backup. I still think, for long-term purposes, about getting a small camper. I was looking at those A-liner campers, and the reason I look at those, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but Google them. It's a hard side pop-up, and it has air, will have everything that you need. but it's easy to set up. So when you're in your 50s, and I'll probably be in more my mid-50s before I'm able to do this, you've got to think, am I going to be able to put this up by myself? Everything you do has to be by yourself. And so I've watched videos of how to put this up, and it looks so easy. So I can't wait to actually go to a showroom of them and kind of see how easy they are to set up. So that's, I'm just, you just brainstorm. You have to brainstorm if you want to do this any length of time. And so I just wanted to encourage everybody to serve people and encourage one another as much as we can, even if it's with a text. Pray for the person and text them and say, hey, I just said a prayer for you. I hope everything's going okay, stuff like that. I think it's encouraging. One thing I'm going to do to challenge myself is I am going to buy a book of stamps, and those book of stamps are specifically to send cards to people, and hopefully it won't take me too long to use all the stamps up. And there doesn't have to be a reason or anything to send the card. Just send a card of encouragement and just to say hi to somebody. And that's my challenge. That's what I'm going to do to challenge myself. So if you all want to step up and do that challenge, maybe a half a book, or maybe just send a card once a week for a month. That would be 4 cards. That'd be 4 people that you touch. So that would be good too. So I don't want to talk for 30 minutes, of course, because I don't know about you, but when I watch YouTube videos, I don't necessarily have a ton of time. Sometimes when I'm sitting down for the night and I need to elevate my foot and put ice on it, well, I can watch a video that's 15-20 minutes. And so I usually save those videos for that. I like to watch Carolyn's RV, the one who hiked the PCT trail. I like her. I don't know that I would ever be able to afford the RV that she has, but she gives a lot of good advice, and she's been doing this on her own, and so she has a lot of good things to say. So if you don't know that channel, you might want to check it out, because that's a good one to watch as well. Anyway, I just wanted to put out the encouragement to send some cards to people, or even text. You don't have to get stamps if you don't have money for stamps, or you don't have cards. I have cards at home. They're just blank cards, but I can find something to write in them, or I put a scripture in, an encouraging scripture, some quote or something, and just say hi. And so that's what I'm going to use. I'm not going to go and just spend money. And so so the encouragement is out there to send some cards to people, or text, just an encouragement note. And if you do, comment below and say what you did, not necessarily to brag on yourself, but so we can encourage others. That is the purpose of this channel, is for encouragement to you all. Maybe I'll get out there and make some mistakes that you all can learn from. And as we go through trials, if one of us has already gone through the trial, then you see, well, you know what? She made it through the trial, so I probably will too. And that's the one thing. When I went through a divorce, my prayer was, oh, I hope I can help somebody else going through this, because I really hurt for too long, and I wish I knew how to overcome hurt better. I don't know that I can teach people that. My advice would be to start doing things for others, and I guess that might help. I don't know. I also had 4 kids to raise, and yeah, it was not fun. But I've been through it, and I've survived, and I think I'm okay. So, alright. So, I will let you all go, and after this video, I'm going to put a video of my pots and pans that I use. I got it at Goodwill, and I like it. It's really cool. It kind of compacts all into one thing. I do believe I'll have to get a better frying pan if I do this full time, or even for a week. I definitely want something better. But everything else is there, and it's pretty cool. It was a Goodwill thing, so always check Goodwill for that type of camping stuff. Craigslist, and you know, people trying to get rid of all their camping stuff, you may find a good deal. Garage sales. Anyway, there's always little things that you never know if you might need. A shovel, a little axe that folds up, a shovel that folds up. Those kind of little things would all be very handy. So I will post that, and then I have a picture of my water bottle. I did get the correct water bottle now, the 5-gallon, and I'm just using it at home. I set it on a counter, and I have the pump on it, and it's wonderful, and I just have water there, and I pump water from there to drink. And so I will just always have that to use in my home, and then when I go on my trips, I'll have it. And if I ever full-time this, going out for a while, then I will have that as well. So I'd like to encourage you all to find somebody to serve, find joy, and be blessed. I'm packing up, and I wanted to show you this thing that I got at Goodwill. I don't remember how much I paid for it. I think I remember thinking they had it priced too high, but it's really a neat little thing. These 3 cups fit inside here, and then this pan, this pot, I don't know the difference between a pan and a pot, goes like that. And then you have this bigger pot that all of this sits in. So hang on, let me get that, because I can't do it with one hand. Okay, so this pot with the 4 cups goes in there. And then the last thing is the frying pan. And the thing I don't like about this frying pan, first of all, it's very thin, and so it gets hot really quick and burns really easily. So long term, I will probably get like, well, I have a nice pan at home, so I would use that. But this turns upside down and closes like that, and then you have all your pans in one thing, and you've got 3 little coffee cups. Now the coffee cups don't hold much, and then I put it in this container, and that's all my stuff in one container, all my pots and pans. Like I said, the cups are small, but I made coffee. I didn't even drink it all, so it's not like I need a huge cup of coffee in the morning, or tea, whatever I make. I just don't drink a ton of it. I don't even finish the cup for some reason. So this is the container I keep my pots and pans, and then I have another container that I'll put my dishes in. This was just extra that I brought because I knew I needed something to strain pasta. This is mine that I keep at home. So obviously if I did this long term, I probably would need a strainer. I was looking for a collapsible one, but haven't found one. But that's something I can just put on a list to collect. And just make sure you've got your spatulas and spoons to stir with and eat with. And I don't have any paper products. I don't want to be throwing things in the trash. I create enough trash as it is, surprisingly. And all right, I just wanted to show you these pots and pans. Always look at Goodwill for stuff, because you never know what you might find.